Welcome, and thank you for viewing our short tutorial and video, Steps for Purchasing a VA Home, a Presentation for New Buyers. This video will walk you along the pathway towards purchasing a new VA home. Along the way, we will highlight key turning points in the process. With that, let's go ahead and get started. If you're viewing this video, you've already located one of our main sources for marketing homes currently for sale. That is the website listings.vrmco.com. While on this site, you can check out all the homes that are currently available for purchase, browse photos, read detailed descriptions of homes in your area and across the country. Feel free to reach out to any of the agents listed on the property for more detailed information about any of our listings. Before we go any further, we want to take this opportunity to address a couple of frequently asked questions, some may even say common misconceptions in the marketplace. 1. You do not have to be a veteran to purchase one of the homes listed on our site. Also, you do not have to use a VA loan to purchase one of our homes either. The homes on our site are open to a wide variety of financing, including VA, FHA, conventional, FHA 203K, and even cash. We do want to point out that the condition of some homes, in conjunction with financing requirements by some lenders, may preclude that particular property from being purchased with that particular type of financing. However, with the wide variety of homes that we have to offer, we are sure we can provide something to meet all of your needs. Once you've found one or two properties that pique your interest, the next step is to view those homes in person. Have your agent reach out to our listing agent and schedule a time for you to tour the property. If you are not currently represented by an agent, you can reach out to your local realtor association and they can recommend someone for you. You can also reach out to the listing agent that's listed on the property and let them know that you're not currently working with a realtor. They will be more than happy to assist you in the process if they can. Please note that all buyers must be represented by a real estate agent. Once you've found a home that you've decided to purchase, you have to submit an official offer. Your listing agent will guide you through the process of completing the standard VA contract. This document is used to place an offer on one of our homes. If your agent has any questions about how to complete the form, please direct them to this website to view a short tutorial on how to complete that form. Once the form is completed, they will send the form to the listing agent. The listing agent will then send the form to the VA's representative in the transaction, VRM Mortgage Services. All offers will be negotiated by VRM Mortgage Services on behalf of the VA. All offers should receive a response within 24 to 48 hours. Offers are examined on an individual basis. VRM will take many factors into account when reviewing a buyer's offer to purchase. Some factors include sales price, close date, buyer requested closing cost, and a buyer's ability to perform. When placing your offer, please take into account most VA assets are sold as is. This means that they are sold in their current condition with no repairs made by the seller. Any known issues brought forth in the BPO or appraisal are taken into account and factored into the sales price. All buyers should have a qualified business perform a home inspection on any REO asset they wish to purchase. Many loan servicers work with the VA across the country. VRM has no knowledge of existing issues with the home when they are foreclosed upon by the lending bank and does not perform a property inspection prior to listing the home. As a result, we cannot determine any issues that may arise for a buyer once the purchase is completed. All buyers are strongly urged to obtain a home inspection prior to purchase. The negotiation process consists of an offer and counteroffer. If you are able to come to terms and your offer is accepted, you then move into the contract execution portion of the process. This is where you will sign and provide certain documentation. Your agent should be able to walk you through this process and make it as seamless and smooth as possible. You will be asked to sign a new contract that reflects the terms that were agreed to by you and the seller, as well as various disclosures. You will also be asked to provide an earnest money deposit and proof of funds/financing pre-approval. Once the package is reviewed and signed by the seller, you will then move on to the closing phase of the process. However, before we do that, let's take a closer look at the VA contract and the information that will be asked of you while completing this document. On the very top portion of the first page of the VA contract are sections 1 through 5. These sections include property address and the purchaser's name, address, and phone number. In addition, the name in which title will be taken and occupancy type of the buyer is placed here. Next, we have Section 6. Section 6 deals with buyer eligibility. The buyer is required to answer all questions in this section. If the buyer answers yes to any of the questions, they are required to provide separate written documentation explaining their answer. Any answer of yes does not automatically disqualify a buyer from placing an offer on the home. Please have the buyer answer all the questions truthfully and provide any needed supporting documentation. Sections 7 and 8 deal with the terms of purchase. Information such as offer type, purchase price, closing date, and terms of finance are housed in these sections. Sections 9 through 12 deal with earnest money, certifications, and conditions of transmittal. Please enter the earnest money deposit the buyers initially offered. In addition, there are some certification, conditions, and terms for review. Sections 13 through 17 is where you will find the buyer's and seller's signature. In addition, we request the buyer's agent's contact information. It is important to know that this information is required. Not providing the contact information for the buyer's agent will significantly impede the process and slow down response time. Next, you will find paragraph 1 of the conditions of sale. Within paragraph 1, you will enter the buyer's suggested close date, their escrow agent, and per diem. Further down the page in paragraph 9, you will be required to detail the buyer's financing type, loan amount, and loan terms. Next, you will find paragraph 10. Please enter the buyer's request for any portion of their closing costs that they would like the seller to pay on their behalf. Paragraph 12 is the special provisions section. Please insert any special request by the buyer that may not have been covered in the previous sections. The closing process. There are a few things that we want to point out here. The buyer always chooses the closing company. In addition, the buyer cannot take possession of the home until the closing is complete. Here at VRM Mortgage Services, we make every effort to meet every closing date. However, we know that some delays are inevitable. Some reasons for delay include a separate internal title review process, awaiting lender financing, closing documents may or may not have been reviewed and approved. In addition, there may be some scheduling conflicts with the closing company and the buyer. If delays occur for any reason, the seller may entertain an extension of the contract beyond the initial agreed upon closing date. We do want to point out that the seller is under no obligation to extend the contract. These will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. The VA follows a unique title process with its REO assets. Each file is reviewed by an attorney to assure all proper steps were taken before and during the foreclosure process. VRM may list homes for sale while they are still under attorney review. Once the final review is completed, VRM is given the attorney's approval or denial of title. Approved files are marketed until sold. Denied files are removed from the market and returned to the original loan servicer. All buyers are required to sign a disclosure with their sales contract indicating that title may not be clear or available. Depending on where we are in the review process, you may have the option to close with a quitclaim deed or a special warranty deed. A quitclaim deed conveys property from one individual to another with no guarantee of clear title. It is only an instrument to transfer ownership. A special warranty deed conveys property from one individual to another with limited guarantee of title. In the case of VA REOs, title is guaranteed to be clear and free of any liens or encumbrances during the time VA held the loan. The only thing left to do after a successful closing is to move into the house and make it your home. Thank you for walking with us today along the pathway of purchasing a VA home. We hope you found this tutorial informative. We also hope that you take the information that you've learned here today and use it to begin the process of turning one of our properties into your new home.